Hey there, this is another guide from Paradise City. As in all my guides, this is aimed at beginners who are venturing into heroics for the first time and just need to see what they're getting themselves in for. In this guide I'll be focusing on Azjol Nerub. The first boss you're going to come to is Krik'thir the Gatewatcher. He will send 3 mobs to attack you before they start the fight with him. These are the so-called Gatewatchers. I haven't included them in this video, but there are a couple of things you should be aware of. For one, the pulls are successive, meaning once you pull the first group, you won't get a break in between the next one and the following, and then the boss. The 3 pulls will consist of 1 mini-boss and 2 adds. The only thing you need to worry about in this fight is the skirmishers. These should always go down first, because they can drop aggro through the fight and they will be immune to taunts, so they can be attacking anyone without you having any control over it. So get them down before anything else. The boss just needs the tank to be able to keep aggro and the healer to keep everyone alive. It's very simple. Just DPS and look out for his enrage at 10%. He can summon small adds, but these can be one-shotted by any AoE attack and pose no threat. The second boss is Anub'arak. When you get into the boss's room, you will not see him. You'll need to start the event by pulling 2 crushers that stand there. This will start the encounter and Anub'arak will appear shortly after. This is a giant spider. The first time you see it, it will have lots of adds surrounding it. These will seemingly be attacking the boss. Do not engage while these adds are up, or else they will heal the boss, and it makes the fight far more longer than it needs to be. A shaman with cleansing totem will make this fight a hell of a lot easier, because Anub'arak's main ability is poison, which will do high damage and comes in the form of a poison cloud on the floor, so move out of this if it's up. When a target with poison gets healed, it also heals the boss, so ideally you need to be dispelling the poison instead of healing through it. That way the boss doesn't receive any healing. The third and final boss in this instance is Anub'arak. The first thing you need to take note of on this one is to make sure everyone enters the ring where the boss is stood at the same time. If someone is lagging behind, they will not be able to take part in the fight. The rest of the group will be a man down. So with everyone inside, Anub'arak has a few abilities he can use. First is Locust Swarm. This is just a ticking damage which can be dispelled or reflected. He can summon beetles, which he does often. He summons 2 at a time around every 3 or 4 seconds, but these are non-elite and can be taken down by the DPS. Anub will burrow underground at stages through the fight. At this point more beetles will come and the tank needs to be picking these up. 2 elite adds will also come down the ramp while Anub is underground. The tank needs to pick these up straight away. The adds are going to be your main challenge in this fight. It would help if you have someone to cleanse the poison they spew off. Again, a chamois would be really helpful here. Also, healers and casters should stay close to the tank. This is going to allow much easier pulls off you if you do get aggro. As Anub is underground, he will shoot spikes up through the floor. These can be spotted by a rumbling of the ground, so be aware if you stood on one and move out before the spikes come up. He's got an ability called Pound. This is the main damage ability he does, doing anything up to 20k damage on anyone in front of him with a 4-second stun. so make sure the rest of the group is behind him. When Anub'arak resurfaces, allow the tank to aggro and repeat what you have just done until he is down. This ends the Azjol Nerub instance guide.